All right, Bitcoin hoodie guy coming back with another Caspa video. It's on fire, up 28% in the last 24 hours. And first, it's funny because a couple days ago I made a video when it went down to 8 cents. Caspa game over. But if anyone actually watched the video, it's not about Caspa going to zero. It was just a joke title, game over. And so it's funny because some people leave comments on that video, and the video has nothing to do with about Caspa going to zero. It was kind of a joke, like, oh my God, like fake scared, because that's what happens on pullbacks. And so you can see that Caspa did go back to about 10.5 cents, and it's trending up. And so for me, not financial advice, got my bags packed and picking up some more here and there when I can. And I'm in it for the long term. Obviously, you've probably seen some other people. I saw Crypto John talking about Da Vinci Jeremy and him talking about how, yes, he did tweet about Caspa, and he wanted to prove, because right here, a friend of mine just said to look into Caspa. He gives a Caspa address, and he wanted to prove that he was actually in the Caspa Telegram. So he's in the Caspa Telegram, and he just wanted to prove it. And so he's looking in to Caspa, and he's one of the early adopters of Bitcoin. That famous video a long time ago saying just buy $1 worth of Bitcoin. And so, yeah, he's got 533,000 followers, plus he's connected to some other big dogs in Bitcoin. Those guys got a lot of money. I could be surprised if they hold back from, if they're just finding out about it now or recently, they might hold back until, until they accumulate more without making the price go up too much. You can see $134 million trading volume, 32 on CoinGecko, 31 last time I checked on CoinMarketCap. And you can see that it was about 7 hours ago since it created a new all-time high. And you just never know what the future is what the future holds. There's no tier one exchange listing. So what happens when I don't see any world where Binance and Coinbase don't list it? Coinbase, this is a decentralized project. So it shouldn't, they don't have to worry about it being a security. And when those, obviously Binance and Coinbase are the big dogs, but, crypto.com, Gemini, Kraken, all those guys come in, plus some other exchanges. The price is going to keep going up, in my opinion. Not financial advice, but, this big dog, I mean, how much, Da Vinci Jeremy was really going into heavy Bitcoin. If he's, held it over the years, or at least a big chunk of that, and some of his other friends, they're pretty wealthy people, and so they could put quite a bit into Caspa, and it'd probably still be a fraction of their net worth. So, I mean, it's exciting times. Obviously, when days like this, when you're up, it's always nice. But then you just got to be prepared for any pullbacks. Accumulate when you can, or whatever financial strategy you have. And yeah, so I just joined the Telegram. If you want to go there, you can see on the Caspa and Coinbase, they'll have the Twitter, which you're probably already following, Reddit, Facebook, which I don't really follow any crypto projects on Facebook, Discord, Telegram. I don't use Discord and Telegram a whole lot, probably Telegram just a little bit more than Discord. But yeah, go follow them there. You can join the conversations. I just joined the Telegram, and yeah, see what everyone's talking about. Obviously, there's a lot of excitement today. And right now, right when it pulls back to 8 cents, and then now it's up over 11. And you do have Bitcoin. Bitcoin is up. Did go down to 35,000. Now it's back almost to 38,000, up 6%. So the whole crypto market's going to be going up. You can see that the closing in on 250,000 addresses that are holding at least one Caspa. Right here, you can see 11 sharks. So decrease in the sharks. So 11 people went from shark, probably most likely into that dolphin territory. 6 more. Well, I guess actually they could have moved up. So they could have moved up or down. So most likely 6 of those guys moved up into the whale territory here, because you can see there's 6 more whales, and then a minus 11 sharks. And you can see that right here, KuCoin wallet, Gate.io, Mexi, Uphold wallet. So that's, I think, a new one. I'd have to double check, but I don't think Uphold was there. And Uphold, that's the other big news besides Da Vinci or Jeremy showing interest in Caspa is that Uphold is now compatible with sending it to any address, but hopefully you want to send it to your cold storage wallet. So let's go back there. You have that. Let's freaking go. Thanks FJS for tuning in. Let's freaking go. And yeah, it's exciting. Feels like there's something special going on with Caspa. And so this Uphold wallet, I don't know. I'd have to go watch an old video. I know there's other people that cover this, and it feels like that Uphold wallet's new. So, I mean, there's 329 million Caspa in that wallet. So I'm sure that's a big reason for this pump up. So what's going to happen when when Coinbase, Binance, Crypto.com, all those big dogs? How could you have? I mean, I don't know. You could go through, and there might be some coins in the top, the top that aren't on. I guess BNB is not on Coinbase, and so Coinbase is probably going to be a little bit more stringent with some of these. But I know it's KuCoin, Crypto.com. So once those big listings come over, it's going to be hard to acquire a lot of it. I think right now you're on the verge, because now what are you looking at right here to be a dolphin? You're looking at almost $12,000 to be a dolphin, and so that's starting to get pretty expensive. It depends on the size of your portfolio, what country you're living in. But this dolphin territory is going to get out of reach here pretty quick, in my opinion, for the average investor. Now, if there's people that are, got in early and had the balls, the courage to get in there, and, I know that for me, I got in first in February when it was about half a penny, and then it got up to like a penny, and I sold. So that's a regret I'll have to live with. But there's a lot of people that were mining and buying back in this territory, and maybe they're peeling off profits. But that's what's exciting too right now, is that even though the price is going up, you're having a lot of people that are buying in, but there's the miners just aren't dumping, because I think a lot of them believe in it long term. That's what's really nice, is you keep expecting Caspa to have this big pullback, and it's like the gift that keeps on giving, the train that just keeps on chugging. And there's going to be pullbacks. That's where emotionally I'm trying to get my my mindset correct, because it's on days like this, it's exciting, and then there's a pullback, and you have all these emotions, and then the more more FUD will come. But there's also a lot more big crypto YouTubers that are going to be talking about it more, Altcoin Daily and these people. And maybe, I don't know, I thought maybe Cryptos R Us talked about it. It's just starting to get too high up in the rankings to not talk about it. And you look at stuff like this, I mean, Shiba Inu, there's a lot of stuff that is, not very good that's ahead of it. Monero is cool if you want privacy, but I think that it's really hard for the governments to, they don't really want that much privacy on the blockchain. And so, well, obviously they want central bank digital currencies, but I guess actually there we are, number 30 right there on CoinMarketCap, almost broke the top 30. And, one more spot up, we'll take over Kronos. Really, it's, I guess Kronos must have a similar circulating supply, 25 billion. They're at 10 cents. They got a 2.6 billion market cap. Caspa is here at 2.4. It's just a matter of time. Ethereum Classic, people, I guess that's one that you can mine, I guess. But, you got some stable coins. I don't even really count those stable coins. And so, I mean, I don't know. The future is so bright. If it gets up into this territory up here, it's going to be a different game. Plus, the overall market cap of crypto is going to be going up. It's not going to be, this time next year, it's not going to be 1.44 trillion. This time in 2025, November 2025, it's not going to be a $1.44 trillion market cap. So there's going to be a lot of liquidity flowing in. The Culture Watch said, be careful, the whole market is pumping. Yep, that is true. Right now, the whole market's pumping, and there's a pump and pullback, and so I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I'm not smart enough to really forecast prices, in my opinion. It's just, I mean, Bitcoin went down to 35,000. Then all of a sudden back it's up to 37.8. It's a wild ride, man. You got to be able to stomach that. Caspa could be down to 8 cents tomorrow, and you got to be able to stomach that. Plus, I guess it depends. You got to figure out what you really think this could be priced in at next year, what you think it could be at 2025. I feel like a couple dollars is realistic, maybe $5 if something goes great in 2025. If it gets up to 120 billion dollar market cap, that's a lot now, but these market caps of these projects are going to be a lot higher, Bitcoin and Ethereum. But yeah, that's a good point. You want to be careful. There's a lot of emotions when prices are going up. And then there's also those reverse emotions once there's a pullback. But right now you haven't seen very many large pullbacks, recently. Now, earlier this year, there's some good pullbacks, from 3.6, 4 cents to what penny and a half. And if you believe in it long term and it pulls back, that could be a good buying opportunity. That's the way I'm looking at it, and just trying to be patient and trying not to completely FOMO in. At the same time, sometimes if the price point you're waiting for doesn't happen again. So that's something that no matter who you listen to, someone will be right eventually, because there's enough people predicting every price, price action, but eventually, they'll get it right, and then they'll look really smart. Sometimes it's luck, but right now, if you're waiting for 6 cents, I don't know if 6 cents is going to happen again. Maybe it does. Maybe it does. Maybe we never see 6 cents ever again. So that's just a really, really, something that you have to dig deep and figure that out for yourself. For me, it'd be nice, but maybe, so maybe it goes back down to 9.5 cents. You buy a little bit more. Whatever your game plan is, your game plan is going to look different, but this feels like there's a lot of big dogs. So that's where you got to have that balanced approach. FJS said a couple dollars. I'll gladly take that. Yep. Just don't overbuy thinking our bags are pumping since it's up all today. I think because inflation news is positive. That's a good point. FJS, CAF defies all expectations of pullbacks. It's kind of trippy. No FOMO. So just got to be patient when you're making your decisions. And there was, once in a video I made it where try to rate your decisions on how emotional your decision is, and then try to rate your decision on how rational it is. On a scale of 1 to 10, rank how emotional you're being, and then rank how rational it is. It's very rarely that you're it's 10 on emotions and 10 on rational. Typically, if you're 10 emotional, it's very low rational. But for me, I'm kind of looking at 2025, buying when I think the price is good. Right now you can see a pullback. Maybe the pullback doesn't come as much. I don't know. I mean, if Binance starts loading up on it, then, or Binance, decides to list it, that'll be a catalyst. So it's a balance of trying to be as aggressive as you can, but not being too emotional and not FOMOing too much in. So those are great points by the Culture Watch. And so it's an exciting day. You got to enjoy that and prepare yourself for if there's any pullbacks. Bitcoin could be back down to 35,000 tomorrow. So Gary Gensler tweets something and it looks like the Bitcoin spot ETF is not going to happen for 6 months. I know Kevin O'Leary, which I don't really like Kevin O'Leary. I mean, I used to like him on Shark Tank, but I don't know. The whole Sam Bankman-Fried saying he'd trust Sam Bankman-Fried to get in a project is like, is that guy full of shit, or is he saying that to cover his ass so that there's any kind of FTX lawsuits? Because what kind of dumbass would say that they would trust Sam Bankman-Fried on another project? They're just Ryan Carr. Thanks for joining in. Hi, sir. How do you have a Bitcoin punk? Yeah, I got a few Bitcoin punks. I'm bullish on that. Actually, I got a pretty good one. We'll take a look here. But yeah, I like the Bitcoin punks. This is my best one I have right here. And I think that these are going to be, this is the best one I have right here. But I got a few Bitcoin punks, and I think that people are starting to appreciate the fact that the Bitcoin ordinals are stored on chain, and the ordinals is starting to overtake Ethereum in terms of volume. So That's totally not financial advice. I know a lot of people don't like NFTs, but I think people trade anything, man. And I think that people will still have some value for the first 10K collection on Bitcoin ordinals. And Bitcoin is probably going to have the most money in it. So that's why I'm into the Bitcoin punks. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that might be all today. It's an exciting day. Da Vinci Jeremy is on Caspa. There's some other maybe bigger YouTubers that are starting to kind of barely talk about it. Uphold now has withdrawals, and they're actually one of the top wallets now. You go down there, and they're actually Uphold's the number 4th wallet. So it's exciting times in Caspa. Some people brought up some good points. You got to be careful. Don't FOMO in, and try to make the most rational decisions you can. At the same time, do whatever you think's best for building your bags. And just enjoy the ride, man. Because if this does get up to $1 or $5 in this next bull cycle, a lot of us are going to be rich and have some extra money. So let's enjoy that. That's what life's for. So that's a nice punk with low inscription level. Hodl, yep. And that punk there is the where was that at? Is the number 84th one. If you go to the crypto punks, let's see. Boom, boom. Because they're just a byte for byte copy of the CryptoPunks. So yeah, actually, I'll just go back to the ordinals market. It's the number 84th ranked one in terms of rarity. So I mean, I don't know. I think I might sell that thing for $1 million. I know I'm dreaming there, but I think it. I think that the ordinals will do good next time. I have a couple other good ones. I went a little heavy. I invested $20,000 initially into it, and I've sold a few off to get my money back because there's just too much anxiety. And so I kept my best ones. And so I got the hoodie guy, who's my profile, and I have these 2 purple-haired guys with 3D glasses, which are pretty cool. And then this guy right here. Don't really like the green eyes, but yeah, I think it's going to be a fun ride these next couple of years in crypto, Bitcoin, Caspa. There's a lot of room to go. Thanks, brother. Let's go, Caspa. Bitcoin punks legend. I'm fucking bullish, punks. That's cool, man. I'm glad to hear you guys are in the punks. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, the floor, hopefully 0.1 soon. Yeah, it's 0.05 right now. And so, yeah, I guess Ryan Carr, you got some Bitcoin punks too. So, yeah, I got back in there February. This is when I got in the Bitcoin punks, and I was in the ordinals under 100,000, just buying. So I inscribed a couple of ordinals, and maybe in a future video I'll talk about that. But I think that's all I got for today. We covered Caspa going up. Let's have some fun. Don't FOMO in. Be rational. And Bitcoin punks, if you're into that, so am I. We can be friends on that. So thanks for watching, and have a good day. And let's enjoy the ride, my friends. Enjoy life and enjoy the ride.